Hello guys, welcome to another CNC Rivals video. So today we're going to be talking a bit about how to counter the flame tank rushes. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I finally found somebody that actually is using a flame tank rush deck. This is a replay of when I faced him, and I almost actually lost the game because of the flame tank rush, but I'm going to show you guys the units that you can really use to do this. Now, unfortunately, I don't have like two replays like I usually do, kind of like the whole Scarab situation that I did with this counting Scarabs video, is that there's not a lot of people that use Scarab strategies inside of most of the masters for what I'm seeing right now. Although if you go to the CNC Rivals TV, you see a lot of Scarabs in their decks, but they don't seem to actually use them for some reason. I don't know what's going on there. But however, same thing kind of with the flame tank. I haven't seen a flame tank player in a long time, and when it came up, I'm like, because I was trying to find a video to do. Originally, I was going to do double harvester rush. Unfortunately, yet again, there's no one down here with the double with the or the attack bike rush. Unfortunately, there's no one in Masters that really does the attack bike rush. I found it like once. Unfortunately, I kind of got caught off guard with it. I wasn't really paying attention. It was like in the middle of the night. I was like really sleepy, so it was like I wasn't paying attention, and I got attacked by rush and lost the game. But however, I do have a flame tank rush. Now he doesn't actually do the rush until he gets the first missile, which I have the MLRS is one of the best counters to it. Predator tanks are good. You can use them to block pit bulls, and predator tanks you can use those to block all of his units, but in my opinion, MLRSs are better. MLRSs can take a bunch of health off the flame tanks, and you can see here, I'm going to go ahead and block his units off the tile. Try to take out this unit here. He builds a Basilisk. I'm going to block his unit from getting on top of the tile before he can move it, but he's focused on killing the MLRS, so he doesn't even bother trying to kill, or trying to move on the tile to get the first missile. So I have the first missile. So, thank God, because if I had not had the first missile, had he flame tank rushed me now, I probably wouldn't have been able to stop him, because at the time I was really trying to focus on taking out this Basilisk, because I knew he was going for my Harvester, and unfortunately, I do not have Hammerheads yet. I'm only level 36, so I do not have Hammerheads. Once I unlock them, though, I will be so happy, because I'm probably going to end up using them with a Talon, probably replacing my APC in my deck at the moment. So, he builds another Widowmaker, countering my air, annihilating them. I wait for his unit to move onto the tile and then use my Iron Cannon to take it out. I should have saved it for the Basilisk. I didn't realize he built a new one, though. He still has a double harvester. This is where I was actually making a huge mistake in this. I was not pressuring his double harvesters. But if you did watch my video on my top 5 tips and tricks to applying pressure, I stated in that video that apply pressure when it's necessary. I've seen plenty of players that, like in the situation that I am in right now, I do not have control of the game. He has control of the game at the moment. With that being said, a lot of people in this situation seem to want to go destroy their harvesters. I see this all the time in CNC Rivals TV and stuff, and they lose the game because of it. There's absolutely no reason, in no circumstance, to go pressure the enemy's harvester, especially when you don't have the advantage in the game. I explained this in my top 5 tips and tricks videos. I'm going to say it here. Do not apply pressure to your enemy harvesters if you are not in control of the game. If a situation comes up where they don't have, they're trying to wait on the Tiberian to build another unit, but you see their harvester and you have a time for it, such as I have MRSs, so I can actually hit his harvesters from a pretty good range. So he moves his Widowmaker down, and this is you see I actually took out that flame tank though. That flame tank, you can see my health is almost gone. I almost lost the game. Had he had it there for a split more second, I would have lost the game. Fortunately, I had built this MLRS earlier rather than later, so it didn't have to wait too long to set up and get moving. I finish off his Widowmaker, move my Talon here. He was not paying attention on that tile, and then boom, you can see I am basically in complete control here. Took completely over the game because he was not paying attention. He spent all his money on that flame tank rush and all these confessors that he could not get his units out in time, and that will be a GG. So let me go ahead and take you to the units real quick, and I'm going to show you the units, in my opinion, are best for countering the flame tank rush. So we're going to start out with the GDI here. So obviously infantry are straight off the board since this is a counter infantry unit. So the best counters: Pit Bulls are good. Unfortunately, they don't do enough damage to burst it down, so you mainly want to use them if you don't have enough Tiberium to get something like a tank up or a MRS up. You can use it to block it, so it won't have enough time to, so you can basically buy time. But otherwise, the Predator tank and MRSs are going to be the best counter on the GDI side. Orcas are good. Unfortunately, if your enemy builds Phantoms, they're going to get annihilated, or they build Banshees, annihilated, so be careful of that. Titans are going to be good. Sandstorms, Titans, Kodiaks, Goliaths, and Juggernauts are going to be great at countering them. Moving on to the Nod here is going to be infantry, obviously completely discounted unless you use the Scarabs. The Scarabs can be used to do it. However, they may not take it out in one hit. It may require 1 or 2 Scarabs. But if you can end up setting them up before the enemy gets close to their Flame Tank, then yeah, you can actually do good. Attack bikes are going to be pretty good. Let's see what else we got here. Stealth tank is going to be great. Giga Cannon is going to be great. Also, the TikTok tank is going to be fantastic as well. The Scorpion tank. So almost all of the armored units for the Nod here can take it out. Banshee is going to be great. Inferno can be decent, but yeah, it's kind of because like Inferno does a lot of damage against infantry, can do some damage against armor, but mainly good against infantry and buildings. Banshees are going to be good, but they may not do enough damage. Keep that in mind. In terms of their tech units, unfortunately, fortunately, they do have a decent amount of units. At level 36, you get the artillery. Artillery is actually a really cool unit, in my opinion. It's very underrated. I may even do a guide video on using it, because I'm about to unlock it. So, once I get a little bit more used to it and try to use it out a little bit. What is it called here? The Basilisk can be used as well. The Avatar, obviously, and then the Rockworm. I would recommend the Basilisk or Avatar if you have them. Rockworm sucks. It's utterly horribly garbage. You're going to lose a lot of games having it in your deck. Take it from experience. Take it from people who've actually used it before. I take it from experience because I've tried using a Rockworm. It worked in Platinum for 1 match before I was utterly done with it because I got ruined. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Peace. And I am a bit sick today, but so my next video I may not do commentary over it because I am having a little bit of cold. It's like very cold where I'm at. So without further ado, peace.